Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. We've got a lot to cover here. You need to watch this video all the way through. We're going to cover Nvidia, the DXY, the Dow Jones, and Bitcoin. Now, I was able to call this drop right here from 26,000. I was able to call this pump from 24,842. I'll show you I actually long this with Bing X. And I said before we dropped, I said, and I'll show you this in Discord, I said it was likely that we would push up and test around 26,800. That's where we're currently at now. I'm going to break down this ring for you and show you why this is so important. Before we get into that, guys, if you watched the last video, I told you guys if you left a comment, subscribe, and liked, I would pick two coin winners from the previous video for one of these 1 ounce of Bitcoin silver coins. So in this video, I'll pick the two winners from the last video. Same thing, if you like, comment, subscribe on this video. In the following video, I'll pick the two winners from this video. Also, guys, if you want to sign up for Bing X, my link to sign up is pinned in the first comment description. You can do 150 times leverage, which is great. Just be careful, guys. If you want to sign up for CoinCatch, this would be a good option. If you're in the US, you're looking for a no KYC, no VPN option, you can do up to 125 times leverage. Both those links to sign up are pinned in the first comment description. This is the previous video, guys, I'm picking the coin winners from. I'll put this video now if you want to check it out. So let's cover a few things. We're going to come back to this chart. I'm going to show you a zoomed out version of this chart and why it's so important. So in Discord, I just want to show you. So this was on September 10th, so almost to the tick. Notice we dropped. We found support right here at 25,642. And then we pushed up almost to the tick right here. Now this is Fib channel line and this trend line. Rejection at 26,000. Now we came down from that point. I made a post, I made an update in Discord saying I said if I was a market maker about to crash Bitcoin, I would try and take out 26,800 first. Take note, that's where we're at now. I will show you this chart as I posted in Discord. And from that point, we kept going down and down and down. And this is where I said right here, let's see, support held. And I was showing right here, this is next support level, 24,852. So support level held. And if we have another dump, I was saying, look, if we drop, you wanted every time you hit this line right here, you would long. We pushed up from that point. Actually did a long in Bing X, and this is the highest leverage I ever used. 59x did my long. Started right here. I was up $2,537. I kept it open for a bit before I closed it. So that was a great long. But again, I think it's time to start looking for short entries. That was the point of this video and the point of these charts. So you can see we started pushing up from that point, and we're currently where we're at now. And I do have some entries where I posted in Discord, but you need to get access to Discord if you want those entries. So the heat maps, guys, you should always check out the heat maps to get an idea. You can see up here there's a lot of liquidity above around 27K. That is one target. If you want to wait till we hit that target, there's no guarantee we do, but that would be a great entry around 27,000. If you push above that, 27,500. If you want my exact entries and when I enter my trades, you'll have to get access to Discord, but I want to kind of help you, give you an idea where to enter those short trades and why potentially we have a lot of downside. Okay, so this is one chart. This is the Bitstamp 2.0 chart. This is one of the charts I have on my website. It's actually archived. This chart was in Confluence right here. Notice the support level at 25,121. Notice we got a wick below. That's the purpose of M1 chart. Notice we're at this white ring. We're getting rejected right now. So we could push above it. If we do, the 2 points you want to pay attention to. I'm just going to go give you these targets right now. Let's do a price label here. So look, right here is, I'm going to make this red on my charts. Red means short. So again, 26,750, 26,800. If we push above that, and there's a lot of confluence, guys. The point of my charts charted different ways. You look for confluence between charts. 27,600. So again, this would be a great point to enter a short. You could put a stop above and get stopped out and then see if we ride it up 27,591. The thing is we don't know when we're going to get a rejection. I do expect a rejection soon, but the point is you could just enter here with lower leverage or lower margin and then add to your short when you get up to 27,591. The point of this is because we could get rejected right here. You could get a wick up, stop you out, and then come back down. So that's why I like to ladder in on my shorts if I feel confident we're going to have a drop. This is the drop ring. I'm just going through a few charts, guys, before I get to that one chart to break it down for you. This is this chart. If you've been following me, I was talking about, so when we crossed this ring, price was going to drop. I published this on August 2nd. Just want to show you how this played out. We crossed that ring, we dropped. If you watched the previous video, I told you to expect a lot of downside. And that, at the time, I said about 12 days. So it's probably about 7 days now. This is how this chart's played out so far, and I just want to let you know it is possible. If we push up, if you want to wait, you can wait. I don't know why it's giving me duplicates here. But if we do push up, I think the highest point we would go is around 28,064. There's no guarantee we would push up to that point, but that is a point to consider having your stop loss above or waiting until we get to that point. But again, there's no guarantee, so that's why I like to enter early, because I'm expecting more downside. This is another chart. So this is the chart I want to break down for you and show you why. And if you'll notice back here in Discord, this is what I was talking about. So it was likely that they would push it back up to 26,800. And this is what I was showing in Discord based on this fib circle, and that's why I zoomed out of this chart so I can show you this. So you notice these white arrows? I just want to show you how well price has been respecting this fib circle. And actually it goes further back. I've taken some of these rings off so it's not too busy. But notice this is a resistance. We found support, resistance, support. Found support, more support, drop down, almost perfect support here. Actually there's another one here. Notice we got rejected right here. Right, it's resistance, came up as resistance, came down, we pushed up, came down, hit this to the tick on this ring, pushed up, we actually did get a rejection here, pushed up again, got rejected, found support here, and that's why I was saying if they dropped it, it's likely they push it back up right to this blue ring. Notice we're at this ring now. And that's what I was saying, pretty soon, I think it's very likely we're going to be coming down to test this point right here, and I think it's very likely it will be on this day. And that is around September 20th. We'll see how this plays out. That means we'd have to have a drop pretty quick. But again, these rings are amazing. So if we do get rejected, you can see how price goes, it bounces back and forth between these rings. So if we do get rejected at this point, your next stop will be this blue ring below. And in order to make contact, and you notice a lot of times when you get a big move, it's where these rings intersect. Notice we got this big drop and we cross this orange ring right by this blue ring. Notice right down here, notice when we actually made contact near this blue ring, it was where this orange ring is. Same thing. So that means this next big move could be potentially when we make contact for support, we around 20, this is around 21,800, and that matches with the heat maps as well. So that's what I want to point out. Let's see here. So this is the other chart. This is the chart that you need, guys. I think this is a chart that has nailed when the next bull run will start. I made a video a while back. I'm not going to link it. Go find it. But basically, I said when we cross this blue ring to expect a pump. All right, and I said this would be a suckers rally. You notice we pushed up. All right, this is a ring a while back. I said when we made contact with this ring, we'd get a pump. As we topped out up here. So I do believe we have a lot more downside. But the point of this is this blue ring right here. If we move sideways and we cross it, bull run starts then. If we come down and we have a drop, say all the way down to 9,000 or 12,000, regardless, when we cross this ring, this is the start of the next bull run. There's never been one time we have crossed one of these blue rings in this fib circle and not pumped. That tells me because of the timing when we make contact with this ring, it is likely that's when the bull run will start. So this is the one chart you need to get access to if you want to basically know when the bull run is going to begin. The DXY, guys, as you can see, the DXY is just moving up higher and higher and higher. It's because a lot of people are jumping out of stocks. And we're going to cover NVIDIA as well. I told you the AI bubble, I think, has already popped. So your next resistance level for the DXY is around 105.89. Now, if we do push up to that point, expect Bitcoin to drop. It is very possible if once we hit this point and get rejected, we could get a slight rejection with the DXY. Bitcoin will start pushing up. But again, I do expect a lot more upside with the DXY. The Dow Jones, this is pretty interesting. If you notice, this looks like a head and shoulders. Remember, Bitcoin does follow the indices. This is our left shoulder, our head, and our right shoulder. And this isn't an uptrend. This looks like this could be, again, a head and shoulders, meaning we could have a lot of downside for the indices. This ring right here would potentially be your first major target for support level, around 32,140. I would also like to point out, if you will notice, this red fib circle, if I move it, you see there's a ring right there, this ring right here. Put it back. So what happened was, if you notice, we crossed this ring. When we did, we just bounced down this ring and then we had more downside. So it is very possible that when we cross this ring, wherever it's at, and this kind of plays along with what I showed you in the Bitcoin chart, but notice right here, it is very possible this ring could be resistance, we could cross it and drop, but because this ring sent price down, it's very possible for the Dow. We could go sideways, we could do something like this, but it's very possible at this point we could have a lot of downside. We can move down the inside or down the outside, but I'm expecting a big move for the Dow Jones when we do get to this ring. just like I was showing you on this chart here. When we get to this ring, when we cross it, that would be potentially the start of the bull run. And keep in mind, they're saying they're not going to cut interest rates until 2024. Now, I'm not giving timing on these charts. You need to get access to the charts for that. But it just seems like all of this is playing out perfectly. The timing for when we cross this ring, the timing for potentially when we approach this ring, it just seems like it's all working out perfectly. But again, I just wanted to make you aware that I think that this pump is going to be short-lived. If we do push up, the highest I think we would go is 28,064, but I don't think we're going to make it to that point. That is why, where's this M1 chart at? That is why, again, I've already entered a short with lower margin, lower leverage to get that first entry. If we push above, I lose less. Then I can add to my short. Notice we pushed above this briefly before we came back down. So as I'm saying, if you enter a short now, you want to make sure you use lower leverage, lower margin, so you don't lose as much if we continue pushing up. So what I do is I ladder in. So we push higher, I add to my short. We push higher, I add to my short. But I'm already in a short now, and I will be adding to that short as we push up. And obviously, if we drop, if we get a strong rejection from where we're at now, or even if we push up a bit and get a strong rejection, I will be adding to my short on the way down to this target right here. So just want to cover that NVIDIA. If you've been following me, and I'll show you the published chart for this. This is that, again, this is published on July 6th. Look, your support level is this ring. It's a cross ring drop. So price would push up the ring. When price crossed the ring, expect a drop. Your support level is 407. And if you watch previous videos about NVIDIA, I said, look, and I said this a while back, so if we push up the point to short, we're around 500 to potentially 493. Because historically, again, I'm saying this, said this like 3 or 4 times, these rings are points to get rejected. This, just like I'm doing with NVIDIA, the same thing with Bitcoin. That's why I'm saying I think this pump is short-lived. I think we're about topped for a drop. Notice what happens when price comes up and hits these rings. You see that? We rode right up this ring. As soon as we crossed it, we dropped. We hit support, we pushed up, and got rejected these rings. So your next support level is down here around 426. So I'm telling you, these rings, they work for any asset. Notice that we got rejected, came down, found support, got rejected again. So this rings are reversal points. So this means we have potentially a lot of downside for NVIDIA. Your first point too long is potentially 428. You break that, we cross this ring, we're going way the hell down, potentially 339. And that would mean for NVIDIA to drop that much, there's something wrong with the markets, and you can expect a lot of downside for the rest of the indices. So again, let's go ahead and pick the coin winners. But again, guys, if you do want to sign up for Being X, remember, you can do 150 times leverage. That link is pinned in the first comment description. If you're in the US looking for an option to trade, CoinCatch is a great choice. There's no VPN, no KYC. You can do 125 times leverage on CoinCatch. That link also is pinned in the first comment description. So guys, let's go ahead and pick the 2 coin winners from this video to win one of these 1 ounce Bitcoin or silver Bitcoin coins. By the way, guys, watch out for scammers pretending to be me in the comment section. I will not leave a comment asking you to contact me. And remember, we pay for shipping, so do not fall for those scams. Okay, so let's pick the coin winners. Let me go back to this video. Go share, copy the link. All right, so I'm going to paste it in here. Let's see who the two coin winners are. I'm going to click fetch, include replies, no, continue. All right, loading the comments. All right, so the first coin winner is Donald Jackson, Fibmaster 1, blue ring intersect at 7K. I don't know that we go that low, but anything's possible. So Donnell Jackson, you were the first coin winner. Coin winner number 2 is PD Jensen, all's well that ends well. Keep it up or down. All right. Okay, so PD Jensen, you are the second coin winner. So listen, in order to claim your coin, if you are one of the 2 coin winners, email me through the website. Go to my website, contact form, my email address is under there. Email me. I will let me know you're a coin winner. I will give you a code or some kind of word to go back and edit your comment. I'll go and check if your comment has that word. Then I'll know that was your comment, and I'll ship the coin out to you. Remember, we pay for shipping worldwide. But guys, that's pretty much it. Just pay attention. These are the points I would short either right now, around 26,800. If we push up, I would, you can get stopped out if you like, or just add to your short around 27,591. I'm just going to ladder in all the way up. But the highest point I think we would go would be are around 28,664, and that is the 21-week moving average, as you can see here. This was resistance, right? It was resistance back here, resistance, then it became support. Notice we got slight, didn't quite make it to it. So again, if we do push up, the highest point I would enter a short would be up around 28,064. Obviously, if you get above that and hold support, we have a lot more upside. I find that very unlikely. But guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.